Hello, my friends. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to another pick a card reading. So this reading, I'll be looking at what element is calling you. And what I mean by that is the element of air usually deals with the thoughts in respect to the tarot. The element of water deals with the emotions, usually. The element of fire deals with the drive, the passion, the desire, the motivation. And then the element of earth is to do with stability, groundedness, manifesting into the 3D reality. So I just fancied doing a reading on seeing which was going to come forward in some messages for you. So let's see what comes up. You've got 3 piles to choose from, as usual. Got pile 1, which is this beautiful, and excuse my nails please, this beautiful bull's eye, which is the red version of tiger's eye. And then you've got pile 2, which is this incredible jasper. I can't remember what it's called. If you know what it's called, let me know. But oh God, I love it. So beautiful. And pile 3 is this gorgeous piece of moonstone, which unfortunately doesn't really give it justice in terms of the flashes, but it's got some really nice purpley flashes in there. But yeah, pile 1, the bullseye, pile 2, the jasper, and pile 3, the moonstone. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So you chose the bullseye. This is such a beautiful stone. I am getting a bit of fire and earth here, obviously with the red, but then there's just like iron. Tiger's eye is associated with iron. Also with the Muladhara chakra, this particular colour as well. And the stone itself of tiger's eye. Now, I'm not sure if like bullseye is a dyed form, because I know that there's falcon's eye, which is blue, and there's also tiger's eye, and there's bullseye. So I'm not sure if it's dyed. But essentially we've just got the color red. So yeah, I'm feeling earthy more than anything else, earthy and fiery. But let's see. I'm just going to pop your stone here. Wow, lizard, and that's fire. I hope. So yeah, it's fire. So that's really interesting. Beautiful. It's almost like you have an extrasensory perception. Artistic, telepathic, spiritual. That's the thing that's kind of the attributes that are connected with the lizard. This fire element. I'm also seeing this kind of similar to the bullseye. There's this kind of like you move it, or it moves, and there's this almost kind of iridescent, luminescent kind of quality to it. So there's something about you being able to change. So when I said fire and also earth, there may be something that's both. And because the lizard is also on the ground, it doesn't fly or anything like that. So, or there are flying lizards, but I don't know, in this particular one, I'm just getting the sensation of you, like, of being on the ground and being close to the ground. So yeah, there's something earthy, grounded. So it seems like earth energy is calling to you right now, pile 1. Let's see what your other cards have to say. We've got surrender. I can release my need to control, and that's reversed. So I shall just pop that there. We've got self-discipline, which is reversed. And then we've got solar eclipse, which is revolution. Interesting. Very interesting. And then you have your lizard there. So what I'm getting right now is a time for, you're having to step into like something very different than you've had to in the previous kind of in your previous life, in your previous kind of stage of your life. That's what I'm trying to say, because it seems that within this stage right now, you're having to embody something of fire and something of earth right now, because the discipline, self-discipline is about being able to ground. Surrendering is about letting go. And it's interesting because I wouldn't really associate either of those with anything else but earth. It's about giving yourself to the earth, allowing yourself. The image that I have in my head is of you just lying on the ground, doing nothing, like just going flop, just on the ground. And with the solar eclipse, it's also, there's this thing, even though you're being stirred to, there may be some massive kind of change, like it's saying revolution here, but I'm feeling more as in a revolution within yourself, that maybe the sense of inaction or the sense of you not doing as much is something that may be a revolutionary act, something that is completely different from what you've done. So it's not necessarily, that you're going to like revolt into something or whatever. It's more to do with the fact that you're doing something completely different. That's how I feel. And this may be something that you're not used to, that as I said, is quite foreign to you. So very interesting. Very interesting. Let's have a look at what the tarot has to say. What element is coming to pile one? What element? So we've got water here. I think that is... the composer is the Knight of Cups, I think, or the King of Cups. No, it's the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, the Seven of Wands. What element is coming to pile one? What element is coming to pile one? What element do they need to embody? Got the Dream World, the Eight of Trees, Five of Embers. Okay, interesting. I'm not going to be putting as many cards today, so I will just be able to move that a little bit in the center at the moment. So right now I'm seeing that there is, your Five of Wands with the Page of Cups. I think you're open to this. You're open to this break. You're open to this. You're open to you being able to take a break, but it is a bit weird. Like, it's almost like you may take working breaks, or you may like be doing lots of things during this break that you want to take. Like, it's almost that you're seeing this opportunity for you to have this holiday, or for you to have this kind of break as an opportunity to do something else. Which is interesting. It's interesting. It's almost like you're still invoking the kind of fire element with the earth element. You're grounding them both together. Because fire can be a little bit like all over the place. It can be a bit like destructive, and you want your you want your breaks to be, you want everything, you want all your time to be productive. You don't really want to not be productive at the same time. You want to make the most out of every moment. But I think this fire and earth element is asking you to surrender and to like let go and to like let go of expectations. Because you can't see. You can't expect certain things. Not only that, I just think that there'll be a real opportunity for you to kind of like grow from this. There's a lot of fire here, a lot of fire. You know, we've got fire and then we've got earth. We've got one water, but then I mean, I'm just seeing a lot of fire because we've got a lot of yellow and orange here. So you're very fiery. So it seems like, yeah, that groundedness would be really good for you. It might really help you to just really kind of center and ground any kind of practices that are going to get you to the earth, to help you ground into the earth. Because what's really interesting, like with this 5 of embers, it's almost like they're just all burning. So it's almost like there's almost a sense where you could burn out. And it's because you're consistently like curious. You're always wanting to explore things. You're always wanting to look at things. You're always like thinking, oh, what's the next kind of thing I could get up to, or what could I do? Or your mind may just be buzzing constantly. So, but from you resting, it's going to be really good. And it's really interesting how there's a book here, and then the phoenix is rising from the book. So the idea here is that this kind of idea of like being able to allow yourself to process the information. So I don't know, you might go to like an artistic event and then maybe that night you will have a dream about something. And that could be like a really good way of you being able to kind of connect with the fact that your subconscious has a way of communicating to you in a way when you relax. And it actually makes it more productive for you. So, yeah, it feels like earth is kind of speaking to you. Fire is kind of dominant at the moment. And I think that fire, you really work well with fire. I think you do really well. But I feel also there's a transformation that you're having to surrender to. And I do think it's this idea of rest. I do think so. Or that your energy may be quite scattered as well because you're so brilliant, Par 1. There's just something very entrepreneurial about you, I feel. Just really, I just feel like you're on the go all the time. Whether or not that equates to any kind of organisation, I'm not so sure. Are you getting things done in the most productive way that you want to get them done? I see quite a lot of distractions. I see an inability to focus. Maybe with like long-term kind of goals. There may be something going on. So yeah, with that sense of earth and with the 8 of trees here, it's that ability to be able to just hone in and really listen to oneself. And just self-discipline is important, really important. And the 8 of trees is about you maintaining that sense of ability to work on yourself without spreading yourself too thin. Does that make sense, Par 1? Okay. Okay, let's clarify some of these cards. The composer. The Page of Cups is clarified by the 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. I think you're just on your mission to just like create your empire so that you're financially stable. And maybe resting is not something that's an option really. But I think it's just that if you want to utilize your time better, I think it's really important to do that. You've also got the moon reversed, 7 of embers reversed. I think it's important that you do. I think it's very important that you do. There's something that you're not paying attention to, and you're choosing not to pay attention to it. It could be a underlying problem or something that requires your attention. It may be that you are supposed to rest and you're not resting. So I definitely listen to that. Because if you don't, there could be consequences to it. And it will make you stop rather than you choosing to stop. The dream world is clarified by the Queen of Wands. Yeah, I think it's like an opportunity for you to really get clear and manifest your goals in a much more congruent way than what you're doing currently. Wow, the King of Wands as well. Okay. Interesting. If you have got a partner, spending time with your partner will be really helpful. There may be something that your partner is going through that you might need to address and that you've been kind of putting on the side. And maybe there's some kind of belief about your partner. There also could be, for those of you who are single, there could be a potential that if you do take a break, that within this time you might become not single anymore. You might meet someone. I was trying to think of how to say that, but yeah, you might meet someone, which is really interesting. And it's so interesting because by aligning yourself with the reality, that's how you actually manifest something beautiful. And then you've got the 2 of Swords with the 5. Yeah, I think it's just like knowing when to like intervene, knowing when to be when to kind of have the conversations about things, when to actually get involved, when to actually just be involved with the battles, you know? It's like that thing when you're like on your phone and you've got loads of groups, and whether or not you decide whether to actually interact with those groups, whether or not you decide to like get involved in the politics of the group. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think you're deciding not to. And I think social media and also just the phone, I'm just seeing you put down the phone. My head is hurting as I'm doing this because I'm just thinking my own head is hurting from the amount I look at my phone, and I really need to stop it. Anyway, but if that's coming up for me, I think that's probably why I'm mentioning it. It's for you. So let's have a look at what the other cards are. So we've got universal love, and the frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. So that tells me that there is an opportunity for you to, and look, 44 and 44. So the number of 8, interesting. 8 of Pentacles. The one number that's here in the 8 is the 8 of Pentacles, which is here. And then you've also got the 9 of Pentacles here. So the 8 and 9 of Pentacles are good cards for probably some of the best cards in the deck when it comes to the stability within the earth sign. So what's showing here is that you have lots of fire, loads of fire here, loads of passion, loads of drive. But, you know, I think the earth, there's a sense that you need to ground. You need to ground. Home. Oh my God, look, your third time 44 has appeared. That's crazy. So you've got 44 3 times. 8. It's a clear sign. And then there's 5 there. But I think that's a bit weird, isn't it? And then rebirth. Okay. So yeah, you need to take some time to chill out, Pile 1. Sounds like you've got to... The element for you is you are element fire. but it's asking you to embody element earth, because element earth is really going to help you right now. Element earth. And it's interesting how we have the labyrinth as well. We have that kind of like, we have the home, you know, it's just, this is all gearing towards you making a concerted effort towards some kind of home life, towards carving out some time for yourself to be at home, to be with yourself. And create, and it's really interesting because if you look at this Nine of Pentacles as well, it's this beautiful little oasis that's in this space. So this little fox can just chill out there. Do you know what I mean? So it's about you doing that for yourself, carving out that space. It's really important. Really important, because you want to create something so that you can kind of, I don't know, I just see like a home for you and possibly the person that you're maybe wanting to bring into your life, or the person that you do already have in your life. And then one more card before I forget. I was about to close out the reading and then I realised I do these cards afterwards because I don't like to know what they are. Otherwise I'll know what they are, because you got two, look at that. So I do it when I'm in the reading. So you got green aventurine, and what's this? And this is turquoise. Wow. Okay, beautiful stones. Green aventurine is very... do I have some here? I swear I had a bit here. No, I don't have any. But green aventurine, and then also the turquoise. Green aventurine is very grounding, exceptionally grounding. But you've got heart and throat chakra here. Okay, let's have a look. So you've got... Don't overwhelm you. Sorry about the shake there. Green aventurine, prosperity, fortune, opportunity, known as the good luck stone or the stone of opportunity. Aventurine is used to attract abundance into your life. It propels growth, not just physically, but also personally, presenting learning opportunities for your soul's evolution. When I'm trying to read it through the camera, it's really difficult, but I want to make sure that it's like in shot, focused, but I have to read it off of the actual paper itself. Aventurine, no, it propels growth, not just physically, but also personally, presenting learning opportunities for your soul's evolution. Aventurine also aligns situations so opportunities appear, acting as a stabilizing force. Aventurine balances the male and female energies to bring a soothing harmony between yin and yang. Aventurine can also attract love, complementing the heart chakra and resolving lingering emotional issues. And it's Aries and Mercury, so you got your fire there. And this is water, but never mind. The stones didn't want to play ball, but turquoise is very grounding anyway. Tranquil and calm, turquoise reminds you that there are gifts in everyday peace, tranquility, patience, and each moment in your life matters. Small things add up and become big things over time. Have patience for your labors of love, including yourself. Regarded as a bridge between heaven and earth, turquoise is a sacred stone in many Native American traditions and used as a source of healing and connection. Linked to the heavens within yourself, the parts that bring you joy and remind you of your own magic, and that's Scorpio, Sagittarius, Pisces, Jupiter, Venus and Neptune. So those are two stones to work with. Pile 1. I hope you like this reading. So your elements are fire and fire and earth. So it's about you embodying earth. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading, my darlings. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So you chose this amazing jasper. Oh, gosh. I don't know. I am getting a little bit of water and airy vibe, kind of this. More kind of air, if anything else, because of the grey. But jasper is usually associated with earth and air. It's a very grounding stone. More so earth, if anything else, when it comes to jasper. But just the feeling of this is so nice. It's what really attracted me to the stone. So yeah, let's have a look. Wow, water. Interesting. But it's the same colour as the whale, isn't it? That's really, really interesting. So, yeah, and the whole thing with like the smoothness of it, that's the one thing that's getting me about this stone. It's the beauty of the smoothness. And that's usually like what's weathered by water. You know, it has to be rubbed against something. So there's a very beautiful grounding energy to you, Pile 2. Something about you diving to the depths and really allowing yourself to kind of just let yourself sink to the bottom. I'm seeing that this is actually what you need to kind of aspire to. So maybe this is, you know, where I've got like this earth and this air from. It's probably where you're, you know, where you are now, and then this is where you're needing to go to in order to kind of rebalance. Let's see what the other cards are saying. So we've got Saturn return, age, perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I can set my mind to, which is reversed. And then you've got creativity. Okay, yeah, then you do need water. Because sometimes when you're thinking about things too much, you just kind of, you're not able to manifest it into a reality. You're not able to make it like become true, become real. Saturn return, you may be at that age of Saturn return. You may be between the ages of 28 and 32, or between 58 and 62. If you're not in those age ranges, then this might be something about those periods in your life that there was something there that need to come to the surface, that need to be rediscovered, or there's basically something there for you. And it's interesting with perseverance, because Saturn is all about perseverance. Saturn is about maintaining that kind of like keeping on at it, being quite a hard thing to manage. It's interesting. I'm not finding it easy to talk about this group, Pile 2. So there's something like that's kind of just covering me, almost not allowing me to view it. But it's exceptionally beautiful. I'm almost entranced by the beauty that's here. And we've got some gorgeous colours going on. And it's interesting because we've got blue, yellow, and the kind of greeny colours here. We've got yellow here. We've got the red in the jasper. We've just got like a whole multitude of colours going on. So it just seems like you're multifaceted. But right now, there's something about the creativity, particularly because, you know, water is the creative element. You do have like fire. But fire is more the drive. Water is where the art comes from, but whereas like fire is the passion. So let's have a look at what the tarot has to say. Yeah, I'm quite lost actually. This is interesting. So what element for Pile? What element for Pile 2? There's me, my loves. What element is calling you, Pile 2? What element is calling you? What element is calling you, Pile 2? What element is calling you? Past lives, which is death. What element is calling you, Pile 2? What element is calling you? Seven of Birds, which is the Seven of Swords. The Ten of Birds, which is the Ten of Swords. Karma, which is justice. And then we have the Veil, which is the Star reversed. Okay, we'll take out this one as well. Wow, the Pelican, which is the Emperor reversed. Yeah, you're being a bit, I don't know, there's a sense of totalitarianism that you're setting against yourself, pile 3 and pile 2. There's something that's going on here, particularly with that 7 of birds, and I don't know if you're being honest that you're the one who's actually doing it or not. There may be some kind of avoidance here. I'm also, because we've got 4 major arcana here, so I don't know if it's some external situation that's making you having to behave in some way. So it may be that you are in a company that is encouraging you to behave in a certain way. You're having to say goodbye to certain ways of being, certain aspects of your own personality, and yeah, you might not be able to be honest within this situation. I see you doing the best you can in this situation, but I don't think that you're going to be able to maintain it because of this lack of creativity that's going on. I think it's just really important for you to be able to think about those times, like think about when you were in that age range of 28, or think about what you want to do if you haven't reached that age yet. Also, yeah, there's just an element of you, because you're not able to follow what you want. It's almost like there's a bit of a skewed view on the world, almost. And I think it's important to look at that. That's it. So there's a lack of romance with the world. It's almost like the world is a hard place. And there isn't room for you to be able to give the love that you want to be able to evoke the love that you want to be able to embody the love that you want. And it's almost like I have to fit in to a particular like way, a particular style, a particular idea of what people expect of me. And once I fit into this ideal, then life will be okay. It's really interesting. It's quite sad, to be honest with you. And I get that. I just hear the whale call. I was just about to mimic it then. I was like, no, don't do that, Reena. But I can just hear it's calling, the calling like it would do underwater. I'm hearing it trying to communicate, trying to kind of sit with itself. I also do see that somebody was not very, there was some situation that wasn't really very fair to you at all. It wasn't fair. And finally it's kind of come about, but it's almost like it's too little too late. It may have happened at that age, but it's actually hurt you a lot more than you realise as well. You've kind of come to some kind of resolution with it, but there's just something that it still needs healing, deep healing, particularly with that pelican reversed, because in this particular deck, that pelican reversed means that there's karma that you have to sort out. Like this, the reason why you're there is because you have to sort. It's there telling you that you have to sort these things out. I think I'll check out what it says in the book and then I'll read it to you because it's really interesting. So when the pelican essentially represents spirit plane boot camp, can be a symbol of structure and control, but it can also represent rigidity and coldness. If so, there's a need to confront your inner self. Ask yourself what you're avoiding and what needs confrontation. Perhaps what you are being controlling about needs lightness, which I just feel that sense of the whale going down to the ground, like down to the bottom of the sea. And it's a very soft action. It's not like, it doesn't like, even though there's great power within the animal, it's not, you know, it just moves at its own pace. Okay, let's clarify. Real sadness about the way that things have turned out, though. Oh my gosh, right, okay, yeah, there's definitely something, I don't know, pile 2, there may also be something like, I don't know, I get big sorrow. I get a lot of sorrow. A lot of sorrow. 7 of Swords. 8 of Swords. 9 of Swords. And like you're stuck in a position. And we also have death. So for some of you, there may have been some bereavement. Well, we just got death again. So yeah. I know I'm maybe speaking to just a few of you, but there's this big, there's a lot of stuff dying. So what I see is that something happened that you're grieving, you're still grieving about. And it's really interesting. Wow, it's like pouring this black liquid. And we just see a lot of black, you know, a lot of darkness, and darkness here, darkness here, darkness here. It's very difficult to persevere in a place like that. Really difficult. It could be also the anniversary of a death of someone as well. But it's something that's keeping you in this space where you're just like, you're not, you know, and there is no kind of getting over it. I remember I saw this beautiful kind of, not meme, but, you know, picture of grief, or how they envisaged grief. And it was this ball, and then it was in a jar, and then the jar just got bigger, but the ball stayed the same. And I thought that was a great thing about grief, about how grief really works. So yeah, I can understand how that's like kind of stunted creativity. It's very difficult if that's the case, and it's very difficult to continue to persevere in something if that's the case. So in respect to the element, yeah, water, absolutely water. Because for the simple thing is that, like, water, I remember in my own experience of grief, like, I was told that going to water would heal. Going to great big bodies of water, we're talking about like oceans. So if you can get to the sea, if you can get to reservoirs, if you can get to lakes, go to big bodies of water, because it would be so healing for you. So yeah. Wow, the sun. So new life as well. New life will come from this. So it looks like that from this, from the sorrow of this, there is something really beautiful that is to be born from this. Incredible. This is amazing, Pile 2. And I can feel it. You've been through a lot. And it's so understandable with the lack of, you know, hope and how things have worked out. It could be also something very, very challenging in terms of a relationship. Like, you might have got out of a really, really tough relationship. Really tough. Like, almost something that was not very good for you to be in. My God, Pile 2, what's going on? So you finding balance within yourself, connecting with nature. Yeah, getting water. Water. It's calling you. 5 of Cups reversed. This will end. This disappointment will end. And you will have the support that you need. There are people around you that want to support you. And they'll be there for you no matter what. Wow. Yeah. 7 of Cups reversed. So yeah, it's almost like you understand what the principles are of water to kind of embody within your life, because you need something that's going to help you to... It's almost like you need to wash away the stuff. You need to wash away the this black stuff. And then unplug and then be with nature. But I'm just, you know... Something, I think lakes are a good space. Lakes and beaches, ocean. I'm definitely feeling that energy for you, pile 2. It's going to be really good for you to help heal, because you've just got so much going on right now. You know, 4 major arcana and then another 3 major arcana. It's just pretty intense stuff, with death coming up twice. Masses of transformation. So not only, and look at this, like you've got this in the womb, and then that's the fetal position. So you've got this kind of like young kind of gestation period of where you're trying to kind of make you're growing. That song, Soul Sinkable by Sev Deliza, there's a line in it that says it hurts because you're growing. And that's what's going on here. Oh, pile 2. Sending you so much love. Let's see what your other cards have to say. Gaia. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, and that we are to our Great Mother, just as we are to our Great Mother and the universe that has birthed us all. So there's something very much about birth. So this is definitely like a period where you're, even though it seems so painful right now, it's about you being able to give birth to something. You will give birth to something massive, and that's water. That is absolutely water. And then we've got ancient wisdom, and it's reversed. So what I see by that is that you are there is something about ancient wisdom that you need to connect to. There's something that is innate within you, pile 2, that is encouraging you to follow the programming of your soul. And the more you allow yourself to reside in this space, to be able to go into that really beautiful space of healing, that will help you to move forward, to embody this beautiful water energy to help you. Wow, and we've got release and renewal. Of course we do, because this is what it's about. This is what your journey is at the moment. It's about you releasing and renewing all of this intense energy, very intense energy. Wow, pile 2. Wow. Let's see what crystal energy we've got for you. So water, it's about water for you. That's the energy that's coming to you. For those of you who haven't experienced that kind of bereavement, there may be something else happening. Like I feel like there's just a massive transformation that's going on. After a period of where you've been kind of tied up, where you've been really questioning yourself, where you've not been able to be stable. Okay, so we've got Cacoxenite. Okay. Cacoxenite is known to raise spiritual awareness and provide a divine connection between the universe and humankind. With Cacoxenite, synchronicities are not just coincidences, they're messages, so pay attention. Become aware of the universe's messages as it is constantly communicating with you. Cacoxenite asks that you look at the challenges as lessons and wonder, what can I learn from this? Perspective is everything, and with Cacoxenite, embracing positivity and choosing your thoughts becomes easier and easier. Sagittarius and the moon. Beautiful stone, absolutely gorgeous. But and look at that yellow as well. This is something about your rebirth, pile. Pile 2. Beautiful, beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed that. I really do, and I wish you all the best with your healing journey. Sending you a big, big hug. If you did like this video, please do like it. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, I'll see you in the next reading. Take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So, you chose the Moonstone. Ethereal, dreamy quality to you, my lovely Pile 3. Also, Moonstone is like the personification of like the reflection of the sun. It's the moon. So it's almost like the female aspect. There's water element here with this moon, with this stone. Okay. So let's have a look. What animal? And we have water, we have stingray. Interesting. It was reversed. So, and this is what the book says, right? So don't come after me. But the book says about this whole spine thing, about the inability to be able to have like a spine or something like that. What I think is that there's just a lot of flexibility that's going on. And I'm not even saying that just to be diplomatic. I'm saying that you're there. And I don't know if it's even people pleasing, but whatever it is some kind of, maybe it's so flexible that it's not allowing you to be who you want to be able to take direction, maybe. But let's see. I'm going to keep it upright for now, but just to note that it was reversed initially. Let's have a look at your oracle cards. So you've got Mercury retrograde, reinvention, and it's reversed. You got 2 of these cards. So you got spiritual career, and then you also got teaching and learning. And then you got self-esteem. Yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I could see. Self-esteem. I possess the gift of the soul that benefit me and others. So I think this is about you not letting others walk over you. You being able to do what you want to do. You being able to invent yourself into something that will give you some kind of stability, some kind of growth, but in a way that you feel that you're not compromising yourself. Because at the moment, right now, there seems to be some kind of attack on your self-esteem, in whatever way that is. But it's almost like you're not able to communicate yourself in a way. So you're in water at the moment. So what element is calling you right now? Let's have a look. What element is calling Pile 3 right now? The maze, which is Temperance reverse. The 9 of birds, which is the 9 of swords. The 3 of wands. The 5 of cups. So I can already see that your mind is just all over the place. And you've got 6 cards just like pile. Pile 2. So we've got the 5 of cups reversed. We've got 5 of cups. We've also got the Knight of Wands, and then we've also got the Page of Wands, I think. Yeah. Both the Page and the Knight of Wands. That's the Page and that's the Knight. So as you can see, there's a real chaotic energy there. And when it's like more of a, when the energy is guided, it's interesting, these 2 cards go together. When the energy is guided, it's usually pretty good. Like it's usually like And these two cards actually, like, they merge together. Can you see the picture? But when they're reversed, it's almost like there's just too much going on. It's almost like you're pulled in loads of different directions. And I mean, it's really interesting with this particular Three of Wands. The image that I'm getting is like having lots of pots on the stove boiling at once, and you're not keeping an eye on them. And I'm going to say pots boiling because it's water and it's also fire. That's what I'm seeing here. So what element is calling you right now? Interesting, because you have air. Earth. We've got no earth. There's no earth here at all. So you need some stability. There's temperance is reversed. There's a lot of thoughts going on. You know, spiritual career, teaching and learning. It's all in the head. All in the head. And look at this Five of Lotuses. It's just completely like a shipwreck. So you need some kind of stability. You need anchoring. And that's earth. I just got the vision of an anchor, which is like iron, isn't it? So that's earth. Okay. So, and that will help you. So, I mean, you know, simple grounding techniques, exercise, yoga, any type of exercise that's going to get you into your body and out of your head. Anything that's going to get you into your body and out of your head is going to be the way forward here. There's a lot of earth going on. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, hold on, no. Whereas pile 2 was water. But, like, I don't know. This pile, they're in desperate need of it. Whereas, like, pile 1 wasn't too bad. But you guys, yeah, there's some need of some grounding for real. Look, she's up in the air. She's like, oh, yeah. Like, and they're like, no, come down. Stay down here. And this is just going off the track, like, it's almost like one of those things that you wind up and then it just goes, you know, like all over the place. So that's what's happening. So let's see. Can you give us some advice on how we can cultivate this element, the right element for pile 3? Call in the element that pile 3 needs right now. Ace of Cups reversed. Interesting. Yeah, it might be that you're finding that with this inability to be balanced, you're finding that you're just not able to commit to anything. You're finding that you're not able to. So you may have. It looks like you have like a few projects that you want to pursue. There are a few things that actually you may be pursuing. You may already be doing it, but it's almost like you've overcommitted yourself because you just don't feel grounded. And we have the Three of Swords. So there's been a disappointment about something, which has probably been the impetus for you to like feel so unbalanced. She says, placing her feet on the ground and sitting straight in her chair. Okay. 10 of Swords. Wow. Pile 3. What's going on? 10 of... Well, you're getting over it, but still very painful. Queen of Pentacles, yes. I was like, please, give me some earth, please. Wow. Beautiful. You have the Queen as well. 8 of Swords. Pile 3. And a 4 of Cups, but it's kind of... Okay. Let's see. I think it's reversed. So... You're hanging on by a bit of a thread, pile 3, because look, for you to be able to instigate some kind of earth element, it seems to me that somebody is going to help you in this endeavor. Bottom of the deck is the Star reversed. Honestly, please believe that things are going to change. Please do, because they do change. There's something very sad about the energy here, but you do have the Ten of Swords reversed and the Eight of Swords reversed. They're both reversed. So this says to me that there's something that's ending, and it seems like somebody will be able to usher in some kind of like beauty, and also just a sense of home for you, so that you can just feel a little more grounded. This may be a relationship. It also could be a friend as well, that just helps you to feel more at home, looked after. I remember I did have one friend that helped me out and cooked me like the most amazing meal, and then I fell asleep like just after that, and she was like telling me to get out the house because because I was falling asleep. She was like, go home. But she refused to, she made me eat the meal because I hadn't eaten. So it's that kind of like sense of caring, like they'll make sure that you're doing okay. They'll make sure that you're all right. They'll make sure that you're cared for, even though, you know, you do have a lot going on. So, and it is a very sad time, but it's also like you're starting to pick yourself back up. You're starting to see like that you do have these beautiful things in place, for you to be able to build something new again on, because there was just a lot of sorrow here, about this thing that came to an end. But yeah, it seems like you've got an opportunity to be able to kind of rise from this situation. It's painful, but you're doing it. You're doing it. And I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably why you've gone a bit off the rails. Like, and I wouldn't say off the rails as such. It's just why things have gone out of balance. Like you've lost your way in the maze, and it's kind of like just kind of gotten into your head where it's like, whoa, what's going on? And then it's like, oh, well, I've made all of these plans to try and do all of these amazing things, but then it's really like, do I really want to do any of them? Do I really want to like engage in any of them? So earth element is what you're looking for, pile 3. So let's have a little look at your oracle cards. Miracle. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Do believe in yourselves. Pile 3. You're incredible. You're really incredible. Look at what you're going to do. It looks like you're going to be teaching and learning. It looks like you're going to be teaching and learning something that's going to be like very, very special for people. And it looks like you're also going into some kind of spiritual career. 7 plus 8 is 15. That's 6. So the lovers. So it may be some kind of like relationship, some partnership or something that will help people. And also you might help people in the areas of love. You might be a relationship coach or something like that. Also teaching and learning. It's going to really help you, basically. You're not the only one. Even if you teach others about this kind of like way of being, it's going to really help others. It's going to help you as much as it's going to help them, you know, even though you may be suffering with some kind of heartbreak or disappointment. You've got one, movement into balance. So that's really important. You know, just that kind of moving into that space where you are just allowing yourself to merge. And what's really interesting here is that it's, again, you've got the earth and the water. You've got the three swirls, which basically identify, like, I know it's a very ancient symbol and it's so bad, but it's something that basically, so you've got the amalgamation of the earth and the water, and then you've also got the sky, and then you've got the water. So, and then you've got the sun and the moon, you've got the earth, kind of earth, water and air. It will bring all of this into balance, rebalance this temperance that's all over the place. It will help you. So anything that you can do to ground, get in nature, basically. That's the main thing, getting in nature. And then you've also got selfhood. Interesting. Selfhood. Let's see what the book says about that, because it's about integrity of self. Because here with that self-esteem card, that's not, that would be congruent with that. Let me just have a quick look. Sorry about if you hear some noise, that's my, it's just equipment. Okay, selfhood. A powerful doorway of initiation of many kinds await you, and you are ready to take on something new which will bring you many blessings. Farsightedness, transmutation, and expansion. So here the all-seeing eye sees beyond the thorns. New beginnings are flowering in your life, which they are flowering, but I think you're a little bit like in the depths at the moment. Sink into the heart, nurture new experiences and allow your heart to engulf and transmute all subtle fears and static energies. It's a powerful doorway for many different initiations, and therefore shows that you are ready to take on something new, which will bring you gifts from your own soul. Blessings will follow, which could hold the message that new things are coming now. Journaling, and it's grounding. The whole thing with this energy as well is about, if you have a strong solar plexus chakra, then that helps you to, just ground, basically. It just helps you to feel stabilized. I just realized, so that's 6. This is also 6. 5 plus 7 is 12, 3. Okay. But then we've also got 6 here, 5 plus 1. So you've got the Lovers here, the Lovers card, or the energy of the Lovers, and you've also got the energy of the number 6 very strongly here. It's about this sense of stabilization. You're on the midway point. You've overcome something quite intense, quite hard, quite challenging, and now you're in a space where now you're ready to take action. So, and because we have hardly any earth here, movement into balance and the maze, you do have air energy. 6 is the number of air, but right now I'm just feeling like for you, earth is going to be really important. We've just got such a lack of earth here, and I'm just feeling like that's going to be really important for you to do. Getting in nature. Nature is going to be the most important thing, so that you can just balance this energy, because everything's a bit out of whack at the moment. And you need to be grounded because of these two. You really need to be. So, interesting, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, hang on a minute. Because I don't do these cards, I don't do them because I don't like to see what they are. I like to only see them when you see them. That's too many. That's too many. Can't give you 3, I'm afraid, pile 3. Well, I could have done. Let's see. No. No, I'm not going to give you 5. Okay, let's pick one for you. No, it gave me 1. Brilliant. Rhodonite. Love that. So it's a beautiful pink stone. Rhodonite, compassion, yin-yang, fertility. Rhodonite is a stone of brotherly love, the shared connection between all of humanity. Equilibrium is key for this crystal, which has the capacity to calibrate emotions, balance yin and yang, and source energy from a grounded place. It can bring light to emotional scars from the past. Transforming them helps to foster a stable everyday life. Rhodonite helps remove blame from the situation, whether it's pointed at you or at someone else. Accept the situation for what it is and learn to forgive yourself with love and compassion in the process. And it's Taurus and Mars. Taurus is a earth sign and Mars is fire. Beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed that part 3. A little bit of elemental advice for you to help you through this time. But if you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos if you haven't done so already. But otherwise, my darlings, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.